Good day, everyone! Welcome to another exploration of knowledge that plays an integral part in discovering facts, concepts, and theories of management in relation to the field we are now taking. Undeniably, quote unquote, libraries embrace vast amount of knowledge in various areas. Thus, its management is considered one of the important aspects for providing quality information services.
In this report, we will uncover and discuss various concepts, principles, theories, as well as functions of management that would help us appreciate and give it significance because management serves as our guiding star from where we are to where we want to be. And now, after studying this unit, you will be able to know the principles of scientific management. Next is understand the functions of management. And last, discuss the levels of management. So what is management, by the way? So according to some experts, they define management is to manage, is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. And that definition comes from Henry Fayol. Another definition of management from Peter F. Drucker. Management is a multi-purpose organ that manages business and manages managers and manages workers and work. Another definition comes from Mary Parker Follett. Management is the art of getting things done through and with people. There are 14 features of management. First is a continuous and never-ending process. So management is a process daw. It includes 4 main functions: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. The manager has to plan and to organize all the activities. He had to give proper directions to his subordinates. He also has to control all the activities. The manager has to perform this function continuously. So therefore, management is a continuous and never-ending process. Number 2, getting things done through people. So the managers do not work themselves. They get the work done through the workers, right? So the workers should not be treated like slaves. They should not be threatened, or forced to do the work. It has to be a favorable work environment should be created and maintained. Next is result-oriented. Management is a result-oriented because it gives a lot of importance to results. Example of results like increase in market share, increase in profits, and management always wants to get the best results at all times, right? And the fourth one is multidisciplinary in nature. Management has to get the work done through people, right? So it has to manage people. So this is a very difficult job because different people have different emotions, feelings, and aspirations, etc. So similarly, the same person may have different emotion at different times. So management is a very complex job, right? So therefore, management uses knowledge from many different subjects such as economics, information technology, psychology, and sociology, etc. So therefore, it is a multidisciplinary in nature. The fifth feature of management is a group and not an individual activity. So management is not an individual activity, daw, because it is a group activity. It uses group or the employees and efforts to achieve the group or the owner's objectives. It tries to satisfy the needs and the wants of the users. So nowadays, importance is given to the group or to the team and not to the individuals, right? So another feature, the sixth one, follows established principles or rules. So management follows established principles such as a division of work, discipline, unity of command, right? So these principles help to prevent and solve the problems in the organization. Number 7, aided but not replaced by computers. So nowadays, all managers use computers, right? So computers help managers to make accurate decisions. However, computer can only help the management. Computers cannot replace management because this management takes final responsibility. Thus, management is only helped or aided but not replaced by computers. Next is management is situational in nature. So management make plans, policies and decisions according to the situation. So it changes its style according to the situation. So it uses different plans, decisions and styles of different situation. So the manager first studies the full present situation. Then he draws conclusion about the situation. Then he make plans and decisions and etc. which are best for the present situation. And this is called situational management. Right. Next, management need not be an ownership. So in small organization or in small library, management and ownership are one and the same. However, in large organizations, management is separate from ownership. The managers are highly qualified professionals who are hired from outside, and the owners are the shareholders of the company. Next is the 10th one. Management is both an art and science. So management is result-oriented, so therefore it is an art. Management conducts continuous research, thus it is also a science, right? Next, 11. Management is all pervasive. So management is necessary for running a business. It's also essential for running a business, educational, charitable, and religious institutions. So management is a must for all activities and therefore it is all pervasive. Next, management is intangible. It cannot be seen in touch, but it can be felt and realized by its results, right? So the success or the failure of the management can be judged only by its results. So if there is a good discipline, good productivity, good profits, etc., then the management is successful and vice versa. Next, management uses a professional approach in work. Example, managers use a professional approach to get the work done from their subordinates. They delegate authority to their subordinates. They ask their subordinates to give suggestions for improving their work. They also encourage subordinates to take the initiative. Initiative means to do the right thing at the right time without being guided or helped by the superior. Right. And lastly, management is dynamic in nature. That is, management is creative and innovative. An organization will survive and succeed if it is dynamic. It must continuously bring in new and creative ideas, new products, new product features, new advertisements, new marketing techniques, and etc. Who is Frederick Winslow Taylor? Frederick Winslow Taylor is the father of scientific management. He was born in 1856 in Germantown, Pennsylvania. He started the scientific management, and he and his associates were the first people to study the work process scientifically. He believes that all workers were motivated by money. And Frederick Taylor developed the 4 principles of scientific management known as Taylorism. What is scientific management, by the way? So scientific management, scientific management is the art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do and then seeing that they do it in the best and cheapest way. Meaning, scientific management, it is planning and assigning your subordinates what to do, and then you assess them if they do it properly or in the best and inexpensive way. Scientific management theory. Scientific management theory mentions that proper training and development of a company, it will become successful and employees will be exceptional field. So with proper training, of course, your employees will become successful and excellent in their field, right? So wanting self-efficiency, time management skills, and constant training of employees has been evident of higher quality and productivity and reduce conflict in the workplace. Right. Next, employees are given tasks to do with method of doing them as efficient and to finish the task as quickly as possible while also minimizing waste creating from producing a product. So in this scientific theory also, employees were given a task with the right method or technique to finish the task as efficient as possible and to minimize also the waste of producing a product. Next, 4 principles of scientific management. First principle is using scientific methods to determine and standardize the one best way of doing a job. So replace the rule of thumb with a scientific method. So meaning the most efficient way of completing a task is by carry out trial with several different means to find out which technique take the least amount of time and fewest steps to complete it, right? Second, rather than simply assign workers to just any job, match workers to their jobs based on capability and motivation, and train them to work at maximum efficiency. Meaning, you assign your employees to a job where he is good at to ensure the maximum work efficiency. Right? Next, monitor worker performance and provide instruction and supervision to ensure that they are using the most efficient ways of thinking. So you assign your employees to a job where he is so assign your employees to a task best suited to their talent so they can be as productive as possible. The fourth principle of scientific management is allocate the work between managers and workers so that the managers spend time planning and training, allowing the workers to perform their task efficiently. Meaning, you assign a manager to establish the work process and spend their time training employees, planning, and overseeing their work, while employees follow manager's direction and complete tasks efficiently and productively. Scientific application to libraries. Scientific library is a software library written in the C programming language for numerical calculations in applied mathematics and science. So the GSL is the part of the GNU project and is distributed under the GNU General Public License. So here are the features of software scientific library. The software library provides facilities for basic mathematical functions, complete numbers, polynomials, special functions, vectors and matrices, permutations, combinations, multisets, sorting, BLAS, and linear algebra, eigensystem, fast Fourier transformation, numerical integration, random number generation, quasi-random sequences, random number distributions, statistics, histograms, and tuples, Monte Carlo integration, simulated annealing, ordinary differential equation, interpolation, numerical differentiation, Chebyshev approximation, series acceleration, discrete Hankel transform, root finding in one and multiple dimensions, minimization in one and multiple dimension, minimization or minimization, least squares fitting, nonlinear least squares fitting, physical constants, IEEE floating point arithmetic, and discrete wavelength scientific management theory encourages to assign workers to any job based on their capabilities or experiences and train them to work efficiently. So therefore, scientific management theory promotes teamwork.